Hey guys, welcome back to Pause. Welcome to Planet Coaster. Now, today's video, we're taking a look at the spooky DLC that was released yesterday. So, this is just a quick run through on one of the new dark rides. I believe we'll have a look more in depth in a second, but this gives us a good little look at some of the new pieces and how you can use them. So there's a lot of new animatronics, props, new effects like the lightning, which you should see any second now. There we go. And also, as you can tell from this dark ride, you can spin it around whichever way you want to look. And there's new triggerable coloured fires and all sorts of effect, coloured smoke and all kinds of things. So it gives you a really good overview of just what little bits are possible now with this spooky DLC. So we'll get off this ride and then we'll go a little bit more in depth in some of the new pieces and have a look at what we've got available. So let's set it to 10 AM so we can have a look. So this is the dark ride we were just on. That is called the... what are we called? I don't even know. Let's have a look. That one's called the Witch's Haunt. And that dark ride... that track, I should say, is the Huntsman. Sorry, the Hoax is the other one. So this is the Huntsman, which is the tracked motion platform. The Hoax is the other style of ghost train or dark ride, which looks like this. So it's a little bit more traditional. The cars can spin or have free spinning. Let me just have a quick show you on this one. So it's a lot more kind of classical ghost train. So that's that one. So they're the two new rides that come with this pack. There's also all this new scenery, like the buildings, the gargoyles, the effects inside, the wallpaper. Let's get inside and have a little delve into some of these things. A lot of these windows as well are brand new, and doorways and all that kind of stuff. There's new stuff like the bookshelves, which have animated books. We've also got these little chairs. I mean, I will show you them all in a second. The other cool thing, which I can't wait to start using, are these new picture frames. And these are actually screens. So you can import your own pictures and videos onto those, which is pretty awesome. Okay, so... this is a quick overview of the scenery items that are within the new spooky pack. So there's quite a lot of it. So let's start by just putting a few bits down and we'll have a little closer look. So here's the first selection of pieces. We've got loads of new fences and planks and bits of random wood. We've got some burial mounds and also some random bits of rubble. So that's a few little bits that are in the scenery. Some of these fences are really nice. Let's get a bit close up on these. So these are great to have a look around graveyards, and you can also use some of these on top of buildings as well, which have been lovely. And in here, obviously, you can drop in animatronics, which we'll move on to soon. Or you could just sort of lift this thing over the top of it if you wanted to, I guess. If you wanted to just pile it up, make a full-on mound of mud like that, you could just put that in. So options are plenty. So moving on next, we've got some new effects. So we now have these colourable fires. So if I change this to a red, for example, to just show you how that works, you're going to have a lovely red flame, or a blue flame, or a pink flame, whatever suits. You can colour those. Over here we've now got new smokes and mists. These things are also colour changeable. So let's put that onto a blue and you'll see it in a second. It takes a while to filter through, but you can see now you can have colourable mist, which is excellent. So that's all sexy. Here we've got some more smoke. These again are colourable, so you can change those to whatever colour you would like. Green looks amazing. These here are a couple of slimes. Again, they are colourable. The difference between the two is it's hard to tell in the light. One of them, if I flick this to PM, glows in the dark. So for those dark ride people, you can now use this. See how that looks in a different colour. Like a nice purple. I think it looks really nice. Like a dark. Oh yeah, look at that. Lovely. So that's that one. Over here we have got some lightning impacts, which are these pair just here. And then the other two over here are our two lightnings. One here, one here. So two of different sizes, which is sweet. And up here we have a rain cloud and rain effect, which you can probably just about see over here. So rain is now in the game. However, it is controlled from this currently, but it's in the game. And then this lovely little rain cloud is in the game too. It doesn't have a shadow, which is a bit concerning. That's the shadow to the box that's in there. It's basically just controlled from one of them. Just hovers in the air. But it's yeah, it's in the game. So that's lovely. Now there is one other thing which is technically classed as a special effect, but I think it fits more with animatronic. Is this one, which is spiders. So basically, it is a nice little bit of animated spiders that can be added anywhere really. I mean, I've put this wall behind it. Obviously, if I take that away, you can see they're still here. So yeah, it kind of links onto a wall or whatever, which is you sort of see from the side there. Don't quite match up, but that's my bad. So that's another one that's a special effect. Lovely. Now we move on to a few more animatronics. We have bats and crows. Do have their own little noise as well, which is pretty sweet. The good thing about all these as well, they don't have any mechanic pieces stuck to them. You know, like how some of the other animatronics have got like a base and metalwork. These just kind of just work as they are. Then over here we've got some kind of big disgusting larvae type situations, which are vile. Here we've got some kind of ghost creatures doing various things. I mean, one goes up and down, this one drops, these two go forward and back. So they are pretty neat, to be fair. Pretty nice. And over here we've got a couple of spiders. One's a little crawler, and these two just do their own thing. So again, these are all just there. There's no mechanics stuck on these, apart from these ones, but all the rest of them are just there, which is nice. A few more bits here. We've got some furniture. We've got a clock, which is animated, and all these animated books. There's some static ones, and the rest are these just kind of float around, and that's how they kind of look if you put them inside one of these new bookshelves as well. So they can make some awesome stuff with these, and again, there's no kind of mechanical bits connected to them, so that makes it really awesome for sticking in dark rides. Okay, here we've got a few new vines, different colours now, and a few extra ones. So like these curly kind of ones can go around ride supports and things, which look really nice. And there's also various sizes of cobweb. These are okay at a distance. I mean, they're a bit fuzzy up close, so they're alright. I mean, from a distance, I think they'll look pretty decent. So a few different sizes of those. So here we've got some more furniture pieces. There's another chair, a fireplace surround and log here to go inside it. There's a top bit for the fireplace and a couple of animated and triggerable window sort of curtains or drapes that go around the edge. So they're pretty awesome. And then we've also got a selection of 4 different sized gargoyles with wings and without wings. So again, great for in rides and on buildings. So they are pretty awesome. Okay, here we have a few gravestones, different types with birds on and skulls and that sort of thing. I believe one of these, yeah, this one, can act as a billboard. So you can have like, well, anything you want in there, which gives you quite a good, good scope. You can also have a movie if you really want to, so you could, don't know, that's what you want. But the point is, you can play anything you want in one of those, so that could be great as using it for a dark ride, or even just an area of the park. So that's amazing. Also, we have these ones animated. These coffins, lids, an actual coffin there as well, which they can change the colour of. We have some kind of tombs with various different tops, and also a couple more kind of column fence type pieces. Okay, next up we've got these spooky kind of flags and drape pieces. Again, they are colourable, so you can have whatever style and theme you like. There's a new lamp here, which I'm assuming is an actual real lamp. It is. There's a nice slight glow coming off that one, so that's very nice. And just in the front here, we've also got this new rocking chair, which again is triggerable. Another bit of furniture that I've just found next to the rocking chair, which is a nice table. And then these pieces here, these are all picture frames, which again can be great inside a ride or elsewhere. But these are also all billboards. So again, you can have a video or whatever you want on there. So it gives you a lot of scope for dark rides and such. And also menus. I suppose you could have menus using these on food outlets. There's loads of things you can do with them. So you really do have quite a lot of options. Next up, pumpkins, various different sizes, and also pumpkins with faces, so your more jack-o'-lanterns. And these ones you can change the colour of the lights. And I believe if you put it to the dark, they also glow whichever colour you have put in them. So they do act as real lights. And this one at the end is just a tiny, tiny little pumpkin lantern, which looks awesome. So those are all the different pumpkin sizes we have. And like I said again, they are all colourable, so you can change all the eyes, make them purple eyes, if you wanted to. You have that option. Okay, so here we've got a few more little animatronics. We've got a single rat, and then a collection of rats. A gaggle, if you please, of rats just there. And then also we have all these modular pieces for scarecrows. So you have all the framework, all the faces, all this kind of stuff. So these are hands and legs and arms and horns and hats. So you can build your own scarecrow that suits you, which is amazing. So then in a similar vein to before, more animatronics and also more modular pieces. So here we have some animatronic skeletons and also some modular pieces to make up a skeleton, should you wish to. Or maybe you're building a school or a hospital or something, I don't know. You have that option now. So more skeleton pieces. And also we have a few more spider pieces here. Now I've not made a real spider, as you can probably tell, because he looks a little bit broken. But there's spider, various different style animated legs to go with him, and he's got a nice little design on the back, so I think it's meant to be like a Black Widow. And then there's some still non-animated versions of the spiders that are that have their animated cousins. So generally that is about it for the scenery, and there's a few of these little spooky wreaths or wraith, I don't know how to pronounce them, that would be great around if you ever want to do a park and then dress it up for the holidays. It's a bit like what Disney do around Halloween. Then you could maybe put some of these around your park and join in the festivities. So that's pretty much it for the scenery items. So there's a hell of a lot to play with. But now let's have a look at some of the building pieces. So again, I've got the filter on here for the spooky pieces, and all is showing. So these are all the pieces we now have for the within the spooky. So we have some castle pieces, like new steps, archways. There's a few broken pieces as well, to if you ever want to make kind of like ruins and things like that. There's new doors, which are also able to be triggered. I don't know about the small doors, but the big ones certainly are. A nice balcony, and also more archways. And again, there is an animated door, and also a singular piece if you wanted to make one yourself. There's a few other pieces, like we've got a haunted house style set, which comes with tunnels and shop fronts, and then it has some tower roof style pieces. So these would be awesome for making these sort of haunted mansion style places. We have new wallpaper pieces. So if you want to do sort of internals of houses and shops and all that kind of stuff, you can do that. Let me just check. I believe these are colourable. Let me just have a little look-see. Okay, no, I was wrong. They're not colourable unless they are... No, they're not colourable. So that's just all you get with them, really. But that's not too bad. I mean, you can make them fit, I suppose. That's fine. I do like these doors, though. Big fan of these. Yeah, nice there. Alright, let's keep looking through. So you've also got some new windows. Again, a lot of these are quite generic. Even though they are the haunted house style, you could get away with these in all kinds of things. These archways are pretty nice. I likes them. I likes them a lot. Say there's all these kind of different windows here. I think these are the ones, actually. Yeah, let me just double check these. There are certain windows, yeah, like these, which act as billboards, which is pretty nice. So, for example, and I haven't got one here because I haven't loaded it up, but imagine if you got a, if you downloaded a video or made a video of like zombies or ghosts walking past or something, and you could literally just put those in there, even on the outside of a ride, and it will give like an amazing effect. So they are pretty awesome, and they're a great little feature having the billboard aspect there as well. There's a couple of new signs as well, which I'll get onto here. So these are obviously ones you can change the text of. Small lights, and then we also have a jail piece now, which we didn't have in the game before. So those are the new signs. And there are a couple of new fonts, I believe, as well, which have been added, which is awesome. So all in all, it's a pretty decent set. More wood panel flooring and things. So yeah, it's a very, very nice set of stuff. And it's come at a perfect time for everyone to start building horror attractions as the Halloween season is fast approaching. So all the bits and pieces, I mean, there's a couple of new things for pathways. Let me just go back onto this one. So path extras. There's a new bin and there's a new bench. The bench actually is not too spooky. It's not too spookified. Let's do let's get a proper path on the go here. What are we doing with this? Oh, there is a new path actually as well. I forgot about that one. So yeah, that's the new path style. It's kind of like a broken, kind of a little bit quirky, a little bit, ooh, something's gone wrong here. So that's the new path. Let's put the new bins down. So there's a bin, and there's a bench. So as you can see, it's set in the spooky pack, but you can get away with that anywhere. It's quite ornate. That wouldn't look out of place on a main street or just a generic area, really. So it's even got a nice little detail look of how the bench is like bent at the back. It's really nice. They think of everything. They really do. So that is the spooky bench and the spooky path. Now there is also a new coaster that is available now as well. It's not actually part of the spooky pack, so I will leave that out of the video, but I will just mention it. But anyone who owns the game, a update is waiting for you, basically, if you haven't updated it already. And part of that update is a new coaster that everyone gets for free. So that is basically a very quick summary of the spooky DLC that is now available for Planet Coaster. And as you can see here, there is a hell of a lot in this. There really is a hell of a lot. And that's not including most of the pieces in the buildings. Like I say, these are the good examples of what you can build now in terms of haunted mansions and haunted houses. So there's a hell of a lot of stuff to get playing with. Some of these new effects are going to be amazing. I will definitely be putting some of these into existing builds like the Valhalla and things like that. Same as these crows, these are definitely being put in there ASAP. They're going in maybe even right now. And then plenty of other bits and pieces which we can start using throughout this amazing game. So thank you guys for watching. The DLC Spooky Pack is available now. It's £7.99 and it's available through the DLC area on Steam. So I highly recommend it. It definitely passes my spooky test. I don't know what that means, but it passed. And we are going to be playing a hell of a lot more with this on the coming weeks as we hit Halloween, which is my favourite time of the year. So thank you ever so much for watching, guys. If you've enjoyed this video, give us a like down below. If you haven't done so already, please subscribe, as it really does help us out. And if you have any comments or suggestions for things you would like to see, please drop them down in the comments below or send me an email. All the details are down in the description. Thank you guys ever so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.